Are you gonna send it?
Hello, everybody. Yes, of course. I will share this on the same chat as I announce everything on Team Canada. Welcome, everybody. It is December 16, is it? Yeah,
Yep.
December 16. I'm not sure. I guess the next Monday is going to be the 23rd. I'm thinking it's a little too close for comfort, probably last minute shopping and stuff. So this will be the last Monday call of the year.
Nice.
Because next is New Year's Eve. So this is it. And we're going to close with a really nice interview with Christy, who just became a new platinum. Now, Christy, I know your situation's a little unique, but I think it's a cool situation. So we want to share with everybody how it is that you're doing this and living. Now you're in Mexico right now.
I'm in Mexico right now, but we moved a year ago to Calgary because last time we did the interview.
Now. Oh my goodness! See, I didn't even realize you're in Calgary. I thought you were still in BC.
No, okay, we moved a year ago.
All right. Calgary. Well, we're gonna have to get a history lesson, then a little bit of catch up. Okay, so if for those of you, first of all, hey everybody, welcome to the Team Canada call. I know last time we interviewed Christy, you had just become a gold. And one of the things that fascinated me by your story was that you were living in BC and Victoria, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly.
You were running a kiosk. I don't recall what it was you were selling at that kiosk.
I had my ice cream shop.
Ice creams. Oh, okay. So while you were doing that during the day, you were also in between breaks using your phone, your cell phone primarily, to reach out and connect with people in, of all places, Mexico, where your base is, your contacts are. And in doing your business part-time remote distance with your phone and weaving that in the middle of your business, you were able to achieve gold, which is not only having a bit of structure in your business, but at least 15,000 points in volume in 1 month. So we thought that was worth celebrating first and foremost, but also most interesting to be able to hear how you're managing that. But now I hear you went platinum. Well, we know you went platinum. And so, and you've moved since to Calgary. So I want to hear about that. What was that all about? And so how are you able to become a platinum? What are you doing to have done that? Because it seems to have happened so quietly, like under the radar. Nobody even knows that you exist. And here you are on our call in Team Canada, living in Canada, and boom, you're platinum. So we want to know, who is Christy Morton and Christy Lopez Morton, and how are you doing this?
So I moved a year ago to Calgary because my husband's job. I started Nikken 5 years ago as a plan B, because I started my health coaching business, and then I started the ice cream shop, the vegan ice cream shop. And Nikken was a plan B in my life. And right now, because of my situation, I just had a baby in August.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So it was perfect for me to combine the Nikken business and being able to be at home with my baby. And it was all about consistency, because these 2 years, when I became gold, I kept doing the same. Each day the same. I closed my ice cream shop, so I had more time to dedicate to Nikken. But I feel the key for like the success, it's all about consistency.
That's interesting, because we interviewed Leo last week. Leo LeMay was on the line here, and he's platinum, but he's also the first in Canada to achieve Team Kaizen for this year. And he did Paragon Award. Yeah, he did a Paragon as well, which is 3 silvers within 3 months. And the most resounding thing from him is consistency, contacting 1 to 2 people every single day. So what's your pattern?
So right now, the way I do it right now is mostly in Facebook groups of women. moms primarily that want to have an extra income, but they don't want to leave their kids. So they want to have a little bit of money, but be at home as well. So I'm working with those women that want to achieve more. And also in Mexico, I feel it's easier to sell Nikken because everyone needs to drink that type of water, the showers, the purifiers. So I'm working right now in Mexico, but my next goal is to make a bigger business in Canada.
Huh.
Fantastic. By the way, this should come as a surprise to some of you. I posted this about 2 weeks ago, I think it was, or well, as soon as it hit the news, across Canada, Canada has one of the highest rates of lead in our water due to the distribution system, the pipes and so forth that it's running through. And this is throughout Canada. So I was really shocked. I was thinking, you know, at least in Canada, the one thing we have going for us is good water, but that doesn't seem to be the case. We have highly contaminated water. And I've heard horror stories about people who live in the farm countries, in the farm provinces, where there's a lot of pesticides and so forth filtering into the water. So I would argue, Chris, that Canada has just as much, if not a more serious problem, because number one, people are not as aware of the issue, and yet it's there. So
yeah, so it's time for us to keep growing. And if I did it in Mexico, I'm sure, like distance, because everything was by social media, WhatsApp, and my contacts in Mexico, I'm sure I can do it now in Canada.
Well, to hit platinum, you've got to do 30,000 points in a month. So now I know there was a special on last month that you most certainly took advantage of. I'm going to ask everybody if they wouldn't mind just muting themselves so that we can get a clean recording here. So yeah, I believe that you were able to take advantage of the special, which was only in the Latin American market. But again, you're saying you're talking to people through social media. Can you kind of give us a little bit more insight, because it doesn't really say anything to us. I'm not really sure. How are you finding these people? How are you then making connections with them? How is that translating into them taking action? Things like that.
So these people are mostly women that are on Facebook groups that support moms. So I post like, you want to earn extra money working at home? And a lot of women answer, yes, for sure, contact me. But I get like tons of responses, and then I start talking about the business and they stop responding, right? So for all those posts, I can get one to three women that are very interested in starting the business. And the first thing I do is I ask them for their WhatsApp number, like for their number, because I feel when people hear my voice instead of a text, that brings like a better relationship with for the other person as well. Like they start trusting me, because it's like, I don't know that girl. How come I'm gonna get money of a company that I don't even know, and I don't know that person, right? So when I send them a voice note, I feel everything starts getting easier. So the first thing I ask is for their phone number.
Okay.
Some people don't want to give it to me, but once they give it, it's like it starts a better relationship.
Okay, so the first contact with people is just really to build the rapport and the trust, that they trust you enough to give you a phone number, yeah? And then obviously that first conversation you have with them, it's now you're just connected to them. So now that conversation is going to be about what's interesting to them, what they want, and then what do you tell them about us, about Nikken?
So I always tell them that it's a wellness company. It's if they have little kids, it's great for them too, like to build a wellness home. And also they can earn money working from home, and it's not very hard because Nikken gives you your website, you have all the tools, and I always tell them you'll have my support to grow your business because I explain them how it works. If you sell, I get money. So it's not that I'm gonna help you because I don't get money, right? So they started understanding how the business works.
So do they ask you for help? Like what kind of help?
Like what kind of help? Like I send them the images, prices, what I post about products. Like in Mexico, in the website, we have like all the information about the products, but I feel it's very, I don't know, like it's not in a language that everyone understands. So what I've been doing, it's like translating that information in something more easier and light to read. And I gave all that information to my downlines. So they start understanding more about the products.
Okay, cool. So basically training them and teaching them. And how are they applying themselves? Are they using traditional means? Like, are they reaching out to their warm market? They talking to friends, family, things like that? Or are they just going social media?
No, they talk to friends and family because most of them are in Mexico. I just have a downline that she moved from Mexico to Calgary, but it's the only one that does a little bit the same as me. But most of them friends and family.
Okay, cool.
And social media as well.
How many people have you sponsored personally? Like, let's say just this year.
This year, just me, like around 15 people.
15, okay.
And this year we're 4 silvers so far, and we're working on the 5th this month.
Fantastic. That's awesome. Wow. Okay. So, I don't know. What else can you tell us? Does anybody have a question for Christy?
In the last month, I haven't been so consistent, like because of my baby, but I feel all that the work that I did last year, it's paying off. Because last year, and at the beginning of this year, every week I had my meeting with the team by Zoom, and working one-on-one with the leaders. And I feel when you work one-on-one, you get a lot more.
Much better results.
Much better results. Like takes time, but for me it's the best. For me, it's the best way to work.
Okay, so can you be specific when you work one-on-one? Give me an example. Like, are you working?
I call them.
Okay, so you're calling your consultant?
We have the meeting each week. Since August, I stopped with the meetings because my baby, because the meetings were at 9 p.m. and it's a difficult time for me. Like today, it's a rare occasion because of your call, but usually I do the calls at 9 p.m. I stop them, and then after the calls, like during the week, I call my consultants to ask them how they're doing, what they need for me, how are they doing with their products.
Cool. All right. So really hands-on. You're very hands-on then.
Yes, I have more time right now.
Yeah.
Well, before I was working in the ice cream shop and doing tons of more stuff. But I feel right now when I have time, I really dedicated to Nikken. As I say in the first minute of the call, I started Nikken 5 years ago and was my plan B, and right now it's my plan A.
Okay, fantastic. Well, listen, if you have a need for somebody like me in Calgary, I'd be happy to come and do an event for you, be a speaker for you.
Yes, I'll be back in Calgary until the end of March because my husband is taking a paternity leave. And thanks to Nikken, he can take the paternity leave in Mexico. But for sure, late spring or early
Sure.
summer, we can
Okay.
do something. I'm looking forward for
All
that.
right. Excellent. Fantastic. Me too. Anybody have a question for Christy? Don't be shy.
Yes, I have a question. First of all, say thanks to Christy because she has been an amazing support for me on my business. As you know, I also keep my distributorship in Mexico. So thanks again, Christy. And one of the things that she does that I realized, but because she here with me, these brochures, Nikken brochures, very very attractive. So the question for me now is, because I don't want to keep borrowing all your brochures all the time. So what's the program or how do you design your own brochures?
So most of them, now that you became silver, congratulations, Mariana. You can be in a WhatsApp chat with all the leaders in Mexico, and they send the information through that chat. If you want,
Wait.
I
So
can ask
this is
them.
news to me. Wait, do you say there's now that she's a silver, she can be part of that chat?
Yes.
Ah, okay. So who organized that chat?
It's a chat that it's called Leaders in Mexico.
And whose group is that? Who started that chat?
It's from Nikken, Jenny,
Oh, okay.
and
Got it.
you can
Jenny.
ask Jenny.
Okay, Jennifer. So Jennifer, who's the managing director of Nikken in Latin America. Okay, sales director.
So once you became silver, you can be in that WhatsApp chat, and they send all the images through that chat. Also, I made my own. For example, for Christmas, I made my own. I designed them because I feel Nikken sometimes takes a lot of time to bring all the information out and the brochures. They started sending the Christmas things, the Christmas brochure whenever it's almost Christmas. So
okay. So you did your own.
We did our own.
Good. I'd love to see it, by the way, because we don't have that culture in this organization in North America, for that matter, Europe. We don't have the sense of, hey, I should do my own promo. Some of us do. We create marketing materials all the time, but the stuff you're talking about is more how to promote the products primarily, I guess, through social media. So would love to see what you've done. If you want to share it with us on the Canada chat, you can do that.
Sure, I'll send it.
Okay, great. That way we get an idea.
It's very simple, super simple. It's like you already have your Christmas presents and a picture of the waterfall and a pie water, and that's all.
That's cool. I'm just
people
curious.
Already know.
It's easier for us to see it rather than to imagine it. It's much easier if we can just see, oh, is that it? That's all?
I'll send it.
That. Okay, perfect. So yeah, send it to us on the chat. We'd love to see it.
For sure.
Any questions for Christy?
I do have one.
Go ahead.
So for us in Canada, if we want to introduce people from Mexico or from Latin America in the US that are speaking Spanish, what is the process for us to introduce them to the business? Like what tools can we use other than the videos that are on the Nikken International YouTube channel? So we'd like people that speak Spanish for an ABC. So do we use Crossline or what do we do?
Yes, that's I feel the ABCs are the best way to enroll people. Mariana just talked about her experience and how she knows me. Her upline, she did an ABC with me, and that's how she enrolled. Because I explained how I did the business, living in Canada but in Mexico.
I see.
So whenever you need an ABC, let me know.
I might ask you, yeah.
For sure.
Well, yeah. So, and by the way, that's just a good general message. All of us need to do ABCs. It works for everybody all the time, especially in the process, as you said, as for enrollment. So that's it. I mean, we're in the business of connecting people with people and creating connections. And the more connections you make with somebody, the more connected they feel to what it is that we're doing. So it's not only necessarily one ABC. Make a point of introducing your contact to multiple people, because then they get a sense of being part of the community. That's the best thing you could possibly do. Information is one thing, but relationships is what our business is really built on. Any other questions for Chris? If there aren't any, I do want to switch gears on you, but I want to end this recording so that we have a short version just with Chris. Any other questions before we switch gears? Well, Chris, I want to congratulate you on doing what you're doing.
Thank you, Mike.
I think somebody else jumped in.
It was just me to just thank her.
Okay, thanks, Carol.
She has a great.
So, Chris, when you back in Toronto, you said March, or not Toronto, Calgary?
Back in Calgary, end of March.
Okay. So you're going to continue. Do you have any contacts in Calgary that you need help with?
Yes, actually, a couple.
Okay. Well, listen, that's what we're here for. We cross-pollinate. So don't hesitate to leverage any one of us. I'm available, of course, to do that. And that goes for everybody on this call and everybody watching this playback. We're all here to help one another. That's how we're going to grow. You know, there's a thing called critical mass that's necessary in order to create momentum. In all major marketing initiatives, you need to achieve critical mass before something can become, what do they call it, viral. Before something goes viral, you have to achieve a certain critical mass. Critical mass is everybody on deck. Everybody help one another. Everybody pull together, because that's how you do it. You know, it's not an isolated thing. It's just not going to happen. So we need everybody to work together, cooperate, collaborate, and share each other's stories. So take a look at the faces on this video. And if you have anybody that you need help with, just start getting those connections made. Start chatting to each other on those messages. By the way, that's what I created the Canada chat for. The Team Nikken Canada chat group is for those aspiring and active consultants in Canada wanting to grow the business in Canada. We need to work together to make it happen. So you maybe didn't think about contacts in Calgary. Hey, why not? Calgary is part of Canada. So we invite you to cross-pollinate, especially during this holiday season when people are going to be talking to people more so than more often than not. And not only that, but it's a great time to get involved in Nikken. I actually got involved in Nikken on December 16th. I sent my Nikken application in on this day, 28 years ago today. And so Nikken recognizes my anniversary as the 19th, because I guess it must have been a weekend or something. I don't know. They didn't process the application until the 19th. Or maybe the fax machine was out of paper. I don't know what it was, but December 16th is when I submitted my application, and December 19th is when I'm officially on board as a Nikken consultant. So that's 28 years for me. December's a good month to be a Nikken, to get started in Nikken and start focusing on what the future is going to look like. So people right now are thinking about that. People are thinking about the year gone by, especially come New Year's. Do you know that they have the highest rate of classified ads for jobs in January than any other month of the year? Why do you suppose? Because people want to change. People are thinking about their life, and they're thinking about their future, and they're thinking about their past, and they're looking for change. So be that person out in front of them that's saying, look at me, we got something. They're not going to notice you if you're invisible. So you got to be out there. You got to get yourself out there. You got to get your voice heard. You got to get your face seen. You got to get your smiles. Just get out there. Be actively out there. That's the key. And as Christy pointed out, consistency. And as Leo pointed out last week, consistency. I see Paulina's on the call. Hello, Paul.
Hi.
Are you a secret agent right now? Invisible? You got your cloak?
No, I'm here.
Come on, let's see your face.
What?
Royal Diamond,
I'm
Paulina. Well, Paulina, what do you have to add before we sign off? This is
I got here just right now. I think it's kind of rude and not.
Oh, that's okay. Okay. Well, do you want to wish anybody a Merry Christmas?
Yeah.
Happy
of
holidays.
Course.
All right.
Well, yes. Wish you all a very Merry Christmas. And I think you just mentioned that we have to be out there sharing. I think that's a key. And well, there's a lot of things going on in Nikken all the time. So just hop and do whatever it's going on, because it's gonna make you have a lot of a learning process. Obviously, you're going to earn, and you're going to have both of these things by sharing and adding really real nice things to others. So I think it's a purpose business.
It's a purpose business. Awesome. Well, thank you for stopping in on our call. You're part of our chat because you have business in. Well, I know because you're what, an hour ahead or behind?
No. I was actually, tomorrow we have our Nikken Posada. And I don't think you have a translation for that, because it's a very Spanish tradition in which we sing a song and we break this 5 piñata with 5 different, the ones that have 5 like triangles.
Yes, like a star kind of
so
thing.
We have Nikken. We have tomorrow's Nikken Posada, and I was getting things that I'm taking tomorrow. So.
Awesome.
Sorry that I didn't. I just saw my WhatsApp. So
no. Listen, we're happy to see you. We're happy to see you. I
was going to be like this.
No. We want to see you because it's. By the way, it's like this is holiday. This is the last call before the new year. So it's a good chance for us to say hi and see each other and wish each other a fantastic finish of the year and a fantastic new year, because there's every reason to be excited about the future. Now, with that in mind, I'm going to stop the recording because I got something I want to share.